Cathie Woods just said that people who own XRP and HBAR are going to make a lot of money soon. We have a lot of great and important news for everyone back home today. There are big investments in crypto, institutional usage, ETFs, and of course some words from Cathie Woods. Don't leave until the very end because I promise you won't want to miss what I have to say today. First, let's do this. It was a pretty big surprise when they made their statement. Tether just recently said that they are investing $775 million in Rumble, which is crazy. It's becoming clear that different Bitcoin projects and companies are becoming much more powerful, and they're investing directly in the media, which is very interesting. Some people don't trust it, which has caused a lot of debate. However, we're starting to see a lot of new information about how institutions and governments are adopting crypto. This shows that crypto's influence is growing, which is good news for all of it, but it's especially good news for a few cryptocurrency projects like XRP, which is now having a bigger impact on politics. It looks like Ripple is going to give $5 million in XRP to the inaugural fund for President-elect Trump. From what Fox says, this is a big deal. This will also make a lot of people look twice. And I promise you that there's a good reason for XRP to make this move. Because of this, I'm very sure that things will go very well for the Ripple and XRP family. So, the one thing we already know is that Garlinghouse has been talking to Trump directly. That being said, I have no idea what they talked about, but Trump said this, and for crypto projects in the US, he will make sure they have a clear set of rules. I think this clearly shows that they are now friends. They're pretty close. We don't know what will happen yet, but I think next year will be really cool. There are also a lot of banks that are starting to use Bitcoin. Group PC, France's second biggest bank, is going to start a service for all of its 35 million users to spend Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. These changes will of course let a lot of people in. France, who didn't have crypto before, get in. Adding 35 million users is a big deal. I can't even begin to think what will happen when the biggest bank in France and the rest of Europe do the same. It's important to note that France is a truly amazing country with a lot of power in Europe. I believe this will be the start of a huge chain reaction that will affect the whole region. Also, Bitcoin and Ethereum crypto index ETFs are about to start trading on NASDAQ, which is also going to be a big deal. Now, there are Ethereum ETFs. Ethereum probably won't do anything too crazy. It's not even close to being as big as a Bitcoin ETF. To be honest, I think Ethereum is pretty old news. Still, the fact that the SEC is still okay with Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs is important, even though I sold all of my Ethereum. In particular, these crypto index ETFs that are being made now, that's why I believe this is very important for the future of cryptocurrency. It makes things more clear as we go forward. Soon, there will be XRP ETFs. Since XRP has been getting market share lately, I think that will be much bigger than any Ethereum ETF. Also, let's talk about all the great things that happen. Cathie Woodward is going to say something soon, but first I want to let you know that BTCC is running a great campaign with me right now. If you click on the link below, you can get a 10% deposit bonus on all deposits over 500 USDT. In other words, if you put $10,000, you'll get an extra $1,000. So if you have money on Coinbase or another exchange that isn't giving you a great deal, I think you should use that to your advantage. You can also see extra bonuses worth up to $10,000 or $10,055 per person. You only have to do that to trade, deposit, and complete some of their tasks, which I'm sure a lot of you already do on your exchanges. Not only do you get a 10% deposit bonus, but you also get huge bonuses just for dealing and making deposits. When you sign up with my link, your fees are also 40% lower. Guys, make sure you use my link when you sign up for anything like Coinbase, Uphold, or anything else. You can easily move your money from Coinbase to BTCC and get all of these free benefits. You guys have won by a huge amount. Do not miss the chance to use it. Extra money will be given to people who have a lot of it. With that out of the way, let's finally talk about what Cathie Wood is saying because, well, it's pretty crazy. Seriously, it's really cool to hear her talk about cryptocurrency. I'm going to play this clip for you and then talk more about altcoins and how this is going to play out. Institutional investors are paying attention to this new asset class. As they learn more about it, they're saying, wait a minute, this new asset class, or this part of a new asset class, Bitcoin, is going to reach 21 million units out there. At its peak, there were 21 million Bitcoins in circulation. After that, there were none left. Where are we now? There have already been over 19.5 million units sold. So if institutional investors are taking this new asset class more seriously, and this coin is the first of its kind in a new asset class and will be the biggest opportunity of them all they need to think about allocating resources. So supply and demand, and they're doing the math, and we see 1 million to 1.5 million units by 2030. The likelihood of that happening has gone up because of institutional investors. Okay, so I understand how supply and demand work, but Cathie, I'm sure you're also well aware of some of the main complaints that there aren't any fundamentals behind how we try to value stocks or hard assets here. If I buy this with the hope that someone will buy it later for more than I did, is there anything else that makes this more interesting than just the supply and demand equation? It's not just a guess, but I think it's a very big thought. It's a global money system with rules that is private, digital, autonomous, and backed by the world's biggest computer. That's the safest network in the world. That's a big deal. Gold fits into the same group. Gold can be used to save money, and there isn't much of it around. What's interesting is that the growth rate of Bitcoin, the number of Bitcoins that are mined each year, dropped to about 0.9% per year after the last split in April of this year. That is less than the long-term growth rate of 1% in the gold stock. It's getting even harder to find than gold. And one difference between gold and Bitcoin is that when the price of gold goes up, like it has, more of it is made, so the supply grows faster. When you use Bitcoin, that can't happen. The numbers show that it will go up by 0.9% each year for the next 4 years. After that, the rise in supply will be cut in half again. We believe you can use gold. That which she says here is very important to me. Allow me to speak briefly about this issue because many people do not understand the reasoning behind Cathie Wood's discussion of Bitcoin. I understand that she is referring to Bitcoin specifically. It's true. And it's also true for a lot of other coins. You can only get so much HBAR and XRP, just like Bitcoin does. That means these cryptocurrencies don't cause inflation either, which is great. It's not like the US dollar or gold, where we don't know how much supply there is. They will have a ceiling on the total supply. We're sure there's a lot more than what we've already taken. This is still important, though, because Cathie Wood's whole point is that this is a system that no one needs to believe or be granted permission to use. People can use this new way of making money, and they don't have to depend on their government or worry about their money losing value when money is made out of thin air. Okay, the same reasoning works for many other cryptocurrencies as well, which, to be honest, I believe do a better job than Bitcoin. If we're talking about top-of-the-line computers that can't be stolen or changed, look at XRP and HBAR. These are even better examples of blockchain or hashgraph technologies that, to be honest, are better than Bitcoin in every way. They have better processing times and speeds, better network throughput, they use less energy, you name it, they have it. At the very least. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's truly amazing to see how this whole crypto change is changing so many people's lives. To be honest, though, I think this is just the beginning for people who own XRP, HBAR, or XLM, as well as for all of those ISO US-based companies. In fact, I think those cryptocurrencies will completely take over by 2025. That's why you should be ready. You guys should get ready. Sign up for BTCC if you haven't already, and use that huge deposit bonus. You can also copy my trades if you join my Discord. I'll see you there. Goodbye.